Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna talk about coolant, and no, I'm not sponsored by Prestone. This is just a gallon that I got at home. And yes, as you see, my English is not perfect because my first language is French, but I will try to do my best on this video. I know it because many of you tells me that I sound like Georges St-Pierre in the past. In the first part of the video, I'm gonna show you how to mix concentrate formula, because this is much more cheap because you can dilute 50-50 distilled water with coolant. And the second part of the video is gonna be about the type of coolant that you can have on your car and why this is important to make the right choice. And I'm gonna also talk about those promise 10 years, 500,000 kilometers. And I'm gonna quickly explain you what means those letters and why you should care about it. The price is gonna be similar, concentrate or premix. The difference is you have to buy distilled water, and don't put tap water inside your mix, because tap water got some minerals in it and you can make corrosion inside of your system, and you really don't want to do that. This is really cheap. You can buy distilled water at the groceries or the pharmacies. So never mix coolant with tap water. And now to mix the coolant, this is really easy. The first option, you can buy those cup. This is for paint. You can go at your hardware store and gonna find it on the paint section. So we're gonna put half a gallon of distilled water and half a gallon of coolant. So half a gallon correspond to 63.9 ounce. So we're gonna take 64 to do it. And now I'm gonna use an old windshield washer gallon like this. Now you're gonna take a Sharpie pencil and you're gonna mark the line where the half gallon is. I done a mark right there because I want to keep this empty gallon for the next time I'm gonna do a coolant job. If you don't want to buy those cups, I'm gonna give you another tricks. I'm gonna tell you how much it weighs. I'm at 4.8. And now I'm gonna put 64 ounces of distilled water in it. So just like this, you got an half of gallon of distilled water. So you're gonna be sure that you got 50-50 mix. And now half a gallon of water is 4.4 pounds. It's time for the water. Just like this. I'm gonna make the second mark. So there, this is coolant, and there, this is water or whatever. This is a 50-50 mix. So I'm gonna check Dexcool just for you to see how much this one weighs. So this one is somewhere around 4.6. So the number I'm gonna give you is 4.6 for the coolant, and I'm gonna give you a 4.4 for the water, because this one is old and I don't know what contaminant we got inside of this coolant. So at the back of the gallon you got some ratio. So as you see right there, 50-50, you're gonna have a protection to minus 37 Celsius to 129. And if you use 60% of coolant with 40% of water, you're gonna have a protection go to minus 52. And the opposite is 40% of coolant for 60% of water. You're gonna have a protection to minus 24 Celsius. So where I'm living, this is very cold in the winter time. So minus 37 is where it's enough for me. So minus 37 is gonna be the good option for me. In general, 50-50 mixture is the way to go. And now I'm gonna talk about this. 10 years, 500,000 kilometers. This is true and not. I'm gonna tell you why. So it's gonna be applied only if you do a complete flush and drain and fill by manufacturer. So what they mean, so if you want this guarantee, you have to suck all the coolant inside your system. That means that if you go inside of your owner manual and they said that the system hold 7.8 liter, you should remove 7.8 liter at the dealer to really get the warranty. But between you and me, do you really want to try to make 10 years and 500,000 kilometers with that? Not for me. I'm gonna explain you why. When the corrosion starts to build inside of your system, you can damage the water pump, you can damage the thermostat, the radiator, the heater core, but the worst of it is you can damage the head gasket of your car, and this is so expensive. You can destroy your engine because with the time coolant gets more and more acid because you lose the properties of the additive they put in it, and it starts to get acid and it starts to eat the gasket. So you really want to take care of this because this is very expensive when a head gasket fails, and you can overheat your engine and destroy it. So this is why you want to take care of this coolant system. To be efficient, coolant have to get a direct contact with the aluminum or the iron of your engine, and this contact, this is what can provide the heat to go to the block of your engine, to the coolant, and the coolant flow to the radiator, and be colder after that and return to the car. So when you got corrosion on the inside of your block, you cannot have this perfect heat transfer that I talked you about, and this is why you really want to take care of those systems. Like you try to boil water on an oven, but you never touch the surface, so the heat transfer will do its job, but it's not gonna be efficient like it should. So the gap of air that you got right there, it's just like if you got rust inside of your coolant system. And this is so cheap. This is so easy to do. Don't be lazy on those things. It's really nice to do. And when I said that the coolant replacement is very easy and cheap, I'm gonna show you why. This bottle can cost somewhere around 20 bucks. I'm in Canada, so most of the time this is more expensive than where you live in. But Preston, in this case, in Canada, that costs 20 bucks. You're gonna add the four bucks for the distilled water, so you are at 24 bucks. I'm not gonna put taxes on it, but for 24 bucks, you got 2 gallons of coolant. And most of the time, when you're gonna flush the coolant, you're just gonna have the half of the capacity of your cooling system, because it's very hard to extract all the coolant stuck inside of your engine, because there's a lot of tunnel and place where the coolant can go. So this is why at home you cannot really remove every coolant. So what you can do the operation twice. You flush it, you full it, and you reflush it, and you refull it. All that for 24 bucks most of the time, because most of the car you're gonna remove 1 gallon. And when I said that this is easy on most of the car, you just have to unscrew the peacock at the bottom of the radiator, and you just have to flush the coolant. And after that, you're gonna close this valve, and you're gonna take a funnel like this. This funnel is very nice because this is a funnel prevent mess, because there's a kind of, I don't know how to say that in English, a kind of plastic adapter that you can put at the end right there to block when your filler is full of coolant. You just have to put this plastic piece in it, and you can remove it. And now that your system is full, you just have to start a car, wait to the engine warm up, wait somewhere around 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe. You just have to wait that all the air comes out. So this is why I said this is very easy. Anybody can do it at home. And now we're gonna talk about coolant types. So the first one is the IAT, Inorganic Acid Technologies. They put that coolant on the US cars before the late 90s, and you should replace this coolant every 2 years or before 45,000 miles. And the next one is the OAT, Organic Acid Technologies. It's a propylene glycol base. They put some additive in it to protect against corrosion, and you can find this coolant into the GM cars, Saab, and some Volkswagen cars. You should replace the coolant at every 5 years or 150,000 miles. And the next one is the HOAT, Hybrid Organic Acid Technology. It's like IAT and OAT coolant have a BB together. They put this coolant on Ford, Chrysler, and some European cars. Like the OAT, you should replace the coolant every 5 years or 150,000 miles. The next one, PHOAT, Phosphated Hybrid Organic Acid Technology. This one used phosphate and organic acid to prevent from corrosion, and they use it in Asian cars like Honda, Toyota, Kia, Hyundai, and many others. You have to replace the coolant every 5 years or 150,000 miles. And you can also find silicated hybrid organic acid technologies that you're gonna find on Mercedes, Audi, Lambo, and Porsches. And you're gonna also find no phosphate HOAT that you're gonna find on BMW, Tesla, Volvo, and mini cars. Okay, so I'm gonna simulate something with you. This is the old coolant from your engine. You don't know where it's been serviced the last time. You don't know which type of coolant the past owner put it in it. So in this case, I really recommend you to make a flush. You're gonna buy, I'm not sponsored by Rizlone, but you can buy cleaner and super flush that you're gonna put inside of your radiator and make the car run 20 minutes with that. It's gonna break down everything and try to clean off your coolant system. And they sold a bunch of additive that you can put on your car. So in this case, you're gonna flush the half of your system. When you're gonna remove the peacock, you're gonna remove the half of it, just like this. So now you remove the half of the system and you're gonna put back 50 newer coolant, just like this. And now what I'm gonna suggest you, if you don't know the condition of your system, you're gonna let the car run for 20 minutes, burp all the air, and now you're gonna restart to do the procedure again, and you're gonna remove the half of it again, just like this. And now you're gonna fill back the system with it. So you see, like me, that the color is very similar to a new one I'm gonna show you. So this is brand new coolant. So you're gonna be very, very close of the new coolant. I hope that you understand what I mean, that now if you change your coolant every 2 or 3 years, you're always gonna have a coolant less than 10 years inside of your system. This is why this is good to do it at home. This is very cheap. You don't need to send the car to the mechanics, because if you do that every 2 years with I don't know, with the oil change, or when you change your tire at home. So taking 1 hour every 2 or 3 years to maintain your car and prevent a lot of damage on your system, to me, that's a no-brainer. So I hope I convince you to do the maintenance on your car, and go take a look to my channel. There's a lot of stuff like this that you're gonna find. And thanks for watching, and please leave me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, help me to grow up, and thanks for watching.